is a fire.
Hi KidZone, I'm Mr. Tom. Today we're going to talk about feeling trapped. Have you guys ever felt trapped before? Like you're stuck somewhere and you can't get out? So our Bible story for today is Paul and Silas, and they got trapped literally. They got stuck in prison. So today we're going to talk about what they did about it, what you can do about it, and how we're all doing.
Oh, I love this story. Me too. Are we gonna use clay?
This is Paul. Don't ask him why he looks like Daniel the Tiger. He's sensitive. This is Silas. He's dressed as a spaceman because he wants to go to Comic-Con. That's not biblically accurate, but we're going with it for today. One day, Paul and Silas were standing on my stovetop. Nope, that's wrong. One day, Paul and Silas were in the city of Philippi. And they did something that got them thrown into jail. Jail. He's not a very good guard. Hey, Paul, I was thinking. Yes, Silas? This, doesn't look like the same room we were just thrown violently into. No, Silas, it's not, for filming reasons. I guess that makes sense. What are we gonna do now? I'm going to have a lie down. Oh, I was hoping we were gonna eat donuts. I'm a big fan of donuts. I don't think they serve donuts in jail, Silas. Oh, I guess that makes sense. I'll have a lie down too. You know, Paul, I've been thinking. Yes, Silas? This lying down thing, not the most fun thing in the world to do. No, Silas, I suppose it's not. What if we, sang some songs, made people happy? Yes, Silas, that's a wonderful idea. It was a glorious time of song singing and happiness. Until, in the middle of the night, a massive earthquake caused the door to fling wide open. Yay! The guard, in the guard shack, immediately freaked out. Ah! He assumed that the prisoners had all escaped and that he was going to get killed. So, he decided to kill himself. Until Paul yelled from the dungeon, "We're here!" The guard ran to Paul and Silas. They had a wonderful sit down. Paul and Silas taught the guard about Jesus. He accepted Jesus, took Paul and Silas home, and introduced them to his family. That night, Paul and Silas and the guard and his family, who were not shown here because they didn't want to walk into the other room and grab more toys, all had a wonderful talk. Paul and Silas's wounds were bandaged up because they were beaten before they were thrown into jail. And the entire guard's family accepted Jesus. And Paul and Silas were overjoyed. All because, in a hard situation, Paul and Silas chose to find the bright side and to have fun when it would have been easier to lie in the cell and mope. Okay, you may have noticed this is a different room. This is my garage. It's where I keep my stuff. Alright, what did you guys think of the Paul and Silas story? They were in jail, they could have had a bad attitude, but they chose to have a really good attitude. They sang songs and praises to God, and they were able to share Jesus with people because of that, which is pretty amazing. So, what are ways that you guys can have to have a good attitude? And, importantly, why did Paul and Silas get thrown into jail? And I know what you're thinking. You didn't tell me that, Mr. Tom. That wasn't in the story. And that's true, and that was on purpose. What I want you guys to do is to get with your parents and to read in the Bible and find out the answer to that question. So, how do you do that? You have two pretty common ways to do it. If you're a technology person, you open up your Bible app And then you go to the Acts of the Apostles, or just Acts, depending on what version of the Bible you're talking about. Bam. Chapter 16. And then if you scroll down about there, where it says Paul and Silas in prison, verse 16, read the story with your parents, have a discussion, that'll be great. Now, if you don't have a digital version, you can open your Bible, go to the table of contents in the front. Oh, tiny pages. Okay, now, first thing you need to know when you're using a table of contents is the book you're looking for in the Old Testament or the New Testament? Old Testament's before Jesus, New Testament after Jesus. This book is the story of Paul and Silas who were telling people about Jesus, so obviously it's in the New Testament. Acts is on page 1237 in this Bible. So we flip, 1300, that's too far. Still too far. Still too far. And then we want Acts 16. Acts 16, and then we talked earlier about the story starting on verse 16. So you can read through there. You should go read through it. Leave a comment in Facebook or YouTube on why they got sent to jail. And if you were the first person to leave the comment, or if your comment is correct, you get bonus points. What are bonus points for? Being awesome. And you can exchange them for awesome points, which are also for being awesome, but not redeemable for money or prizes or candy. Sorry. That's just not how the world works. Do you ever feel like you're stuck at home or trapped like Paul and Silas? What do you guys do to make sure you have a good attitude? And what do you guys do to stay entertained and make sure you're staying healthy and having fun? One of the things I do is I ride my bike inside because it's hard to go outside when you're watching kids. So I have a program where that little guy on the screen, when I start pedaling, starts moving. And I can ride all around the world digitally, and those other people on the screen are real people. And so that we can race together, we can ride together, we can do stuff together, and it allows me to stay fit and to have fun. And I get to stay next to my kids and make sure I can look after them so that they don't do crazy things. So what I'd like you guys to do is leave a comment in Facebook or YouTube, or have your parents leave a comment in Facebook or YouTube of the things you guys are doing to have fun during this school closure time, and things you're doing to stay fit, and things you're doing to stay educated. Whatever you guys are doing, I want to hear about it. Also, if you leave comments and stuff, next week what I'm going to try to do is to incorporate some of those comments into the video and read them out so that we can all kind of be a community in that way, where we can kind of do the thing at the beginning of class where you guys tell me how your week went. Tell me how your week went in the comments, and then I'll try to read as many as I can. I don't guarantee I'm going to read all of them, but we'll pick some highlights and we'll go from there. God bless. Have a wonderful week.